The power is ours. This is Leon X, the Human Liberator, and this is episode 110 of Take Charge of Your Life, where we examine strategies, tactics, and processes that we can implement today to measurably increase the quality of our life. We examine new philosophies, new ideas, new concepts. We discuss principles of personal accountability. We discuss principles of self-mastery, self-determination, and financial independence to make us more focused and more prepared for the challenges, more equipped to deal and overcome the challenges of the world. You feel me? And so this is what Take Charge of Your Life is about. Today, July 4th, 2017. And this episode is 110. It's called Shut Up and Prove It. This episode called Shut Up and Prove It. Shut up and prove it. Let me tell you a story. Alright, so I know this person, right? Every time I speak to this person, they always call me. They always got some idea or some goal or something that they're getting ready to start. Every time I ask them, I try to check on them. They say they're always getting ready to start something. They're always getting ready to start the next big thing. And I'm like, yo, do you realize that in 2012, 2013, you was about to start the next big thing? Like you always about to start something. I'm like, you know what? They're like, yeah, nah, this is. I'm like, you know what? Shut up and prove it. Can I get a hello there? I said, shut up and prove it. And then that don't hit me. Like, it hit me. I was like, because I was looking in the mirror. I was on the phone while I was looking in the mirror, and I looked in the mirror when I told my friend, because coming to me, asking me about the ideas, do I have any more ideas to contribute to what they intend to do? I already spent endless hours on the phone and building with this person over the years, constructing endless plans, endless times that we sat down and deliberately made definite plans of action and things like that this person has chosen not to execute on. Right? They chose. They think that they say, yeah, only 3% of adults have written goals, right? But only 1% of the world, 1%. So yeah, I always say only 3% of adults have written goals, right? Only 3%. So once you take the time and write a well-meticulated list of the things that you want in your finances and your health and your legacy and your slash social contribution and your relationships and your family structure and your business slash career and your recreation, once you're clear about the things that you want in these particular areas, and then you write those down, long-term, short-term being things that could be accomplished in less than this year, long-term over a year, 3, 5, 7, 10, 15, 20. If you don't know how to set long and short-term goals, I believe it's like somewhere between episode 70 and episode 90 where we went deliberate, like whole entire episodes, whole entire weeks on goal setting. Okay? So I'm not going to go back and do that. But this person, they did that. They did that during those times. I sat a lot of one-on-one time with this person, right? And they must have got confused with the fact that they say goals just because you are automatically in the 3% of adults once you have long-term, short-term written goals. Yeah, that does automatically place you ahead of 97% of people. But I'm here to tell you, y'all heard about the 1%, right? Not the 0.1%, but the 1%. The 1% of the people who earn 99% of all the world's wealth, right? All the money is accumulated. I'm sorry, not all. 99%, 98.9% of all the money in America or the world is controlled and managed by 1%, right? Because I'm gonna tell y'all why. It ain't because this 1% of people are. It's not because they're cruel. It's not because they're wicked. It's not because all of these other things. They might be cruel and wicked, but that's not the reason that they're in the 1%. The 1% because this is the formula, fam. See, 97% of people are wandering generalities. 97% of people don't have long-term, short-term written goals. 97% of people, if I told you, yo, hey, go on the comments of this video, post a picture of your goal book. Your goal book that you've been keeping for these past couple years, right? Let me go grab your achievement, your composition book full of your triumphs. And let me, matter of fact, go to the page of your 5 reasons that you'll never give up. Go to the page that says that where you sit down and took the time to say 10 reasons that's gonna make you strong and why life will never break you. Oh, you didn't do that. Oh, okay, yeah, I figure you didn't. You feel me? Only 3% of people do that, right? And so 3% of people do that. But then discipline is the bridge between goals and accomplishment. Only 1% of people have the discipline to turn their goals to accomplishments. To only 1% of the people so 3% of the people wrote it down, but only 1% of the people actually committed to executing. That means 2% of the people gave up halfway. Right? If 3% of adults have long-term, short-term written goals, right? It's not the problem, not that people aim too high in life and miss, is that they aim too low and hit. People aiming so low, people like listen, I'm going on too many different topics. Oh, I see the comments going in. Yo, what's up, family? KLX damn. See? You see that? You see that? You see that in the comments right there? What's up, family? I can't wait to meet you, fam. You gotta type in what city you in, and matter of fact, let me know, bro. I'll pull up in your city. We gotta connect. This nigga said KLX the legend. Conrad J. Bars, peace, bro. What's up, family? Listen, you see that? He said KLX the legend. Peep this, yo. When I carry my homie last time I carried my partner to the grave, right? I was a pallbearer, right? And he died. He was good too. He was like one of the most righteous people that I knew, and he just was all put together. He got good grades. He didn't do he wasn't gang banging. He wasn't doing a life of crime. He wasn't doing a lot of the stuff that I was doing. He had a 2-parent household. They all lived together, big house. He had a car. You feel me? And but then he died. Like, he was playing, like, I think Division I football, and then he got cancer and he died. He died from cancer, yo. And I'm carrying him to his grave, and I'm like, damn. You feel me? What if I die right now? You feel me? I'm like, look at this man's impact. Look at this. People love this dude. They're all crying. They're all sad. They talking about how much he changed their life and how much of a good person he was. Listen, what if I die right now? I was like, damn. I had to sit down. It really hurt me because I was just like, yo, if I die right now, for real, only thing, and this was when I was in college and when I was living in Atlanta. When karma started catching up to me, I started linking cause and effect. I was like, damn, if I die right now, the only thing that people would say is that this nigga LJ, that's what they called me back then, LJ, right? This nigga LJ was the life of the party. He always had endless beautiful queens, and we didn't call them queens back then. And he always had mad bud, and he was just like a savage. You never knew what he was gonna do next. And guess what, family? Guess what? When I realized that, I put my man in the ground, and I realized, I was like, damn, this man had huge goals and dreams, and he was mad official. He was legit. I was like, damn. They're all saying all this high things about him, and I was like, what they gonna say about me? So then I had to switch my shit up, family. That was a long time ago too. That was a long time ago. But that was the decision. That was when something flipped in me. I was like, yo, I can't go out like this, yo. And then I heard someone say that when you die and everyone that knows you dies, if you haven't done something significant and made a difference, it's like you was never born. I was like, damn. You feel me? Because I always been popular and shit. Like that's who my self-image decided when I was a young, when school started and shit. When I came back to the States from Bahrain, Southwest Asia or whatever, my pop's in the Navy, right? So when I came in 3rd grade, I instantly decided that I was gonna be a fucking cool kid. You feel me? And I was gonna have status, and I was gonna do, I was just gonna be a cool kid. Y'all know, like y'all watch the movies and shit. Your child gotta decide. You gonna be a lame? You gonna be a cool kid? Like what you gonna do? You gonna be an athlete? You gonna be like whatever? Like I did all of the things that brought me status, and all of that status brought me the attention that I wanted, all of the experiences that I wanted to experience. I lived a full life all the way. When I was young, I did things as a child. I thought as a child. I did wild, young, crazy stuff. But once I became a man, I put all those childish things away and redirected that fearlessness towards something more constructive and lasting. Guess what? I didn't even know I was going to make it past 25. Guess what? The first time I carried one of my homies to the ground, I was like 13, yo. Or like 14. I'm a pallbearer. At age 14, one of my homies, one of my OGs, he was a few years older than me. Carried him to the ground. He was 16. I was 12 or 13. This nigga died. All 4 of them. I was like, so when I say like, so it's like, I know what I did to switch up I know the thoughts that I used to think. I know the experiences that I used to have. I know the activities that I used to engage in. And then I know the thoughts that I think now. And I know the activities that I engage in now. And I know the vision that I have now for my future. And I know the strategies, tactics, and processes that are deliberately executed on a daily basis that bring me closer every single day to my greatest version. I know what that looks like. I know what it feels and sounds like. I know what it tastes and smells like. Right? And from that place, I do take charge of your life to inspire others that might have also been in the trap. How you go from the trap to free? Damn, do you know why they even called it the trap in the first place? See, I learned all of that. Like, I did all of this shit. Endless. Bro, I've been to jail 10 times, fam. 10 times. I beat, like, felonies multiple times, bro. They try to throw me under the jail multiple times. Guess what? Guess where I'm at? I can go right outside right now, dog. I'm 100% legit, fam. And I'm trying to tell you, I got a long-term vision of the future. But I'm going to shut up and just prove it. You feel me? That's what I told my mans. That's what I really been doing. That's why the bull, he typed in, he said, KLX the legend. He said that because people respond to my work and my efforts because I take full accountability and I don't deflect. All right, I take full responsibility for my place, where I am in the world, who I was, who I am now, how I got to be who I am, the type of person that I need to be in order to achieve my definite major good. And I have unconditional positive regard for myself and others. Right? And I'm a persistent push no matter what, and I never give up. You feel me? So people respond to me because I'm a monument of inspiration, especially if you know me for some years, especially if you've been following the journey for some years. You feel me? If you knew me from back in the day, you'd be like, who the fuck is this nigga? I know this ain't LJ. What type? Like, they'd be like, yo, what that nigga sipping on? Let me get some. You feel me? You know how many niggas I got that's dead, fam? So many partners dead, straight dead. You know how many times I was supposed to roll with someone and they ended up getting killed or going to jail? And something just told me, like, I ended up just linking up with some shorty. You know how many times women done saved my life just from wanting to link up, kick it with me? I kick it with them instead of my partners, and then these niggas either get killed or go to jail or do some other shit. Damn. So then one day I was just like, you know what? So then Once I started getting knowledge of self, right? I was like, yo, nothing that I've been doing is of my own thinking. I had my righteous mind stripped from me and it was replaced with a European mind. But I'm African. But everything that I thought and was taught about myself was from a European perspective. I'm like, no wonder. I was like, they got me fucked up. Right? That's what I said. I was like, yo, they got me fucked up. Right? And then I made a deliberate process of re-Africanizing my mind and get knowledge of self, knowledge of the times, and knowledge of what must be done. Right? And ain't no authority over me. Right? I don't got no authority over me. I don't got authority outside myself. You feel me? I have imagination, creativity, memory, self-talk, and breath just like you. So I'm concerned with actively pursuing a definite major purpose and doing something heroic with my life. Right? I'm concerned with achieving a heroic mission. You feel me? I wasn't scared. Why? Like, this is always so funny to me. When it comes to Black Power, right? So when we was children, we was young, right? When we was young niggas, I don't know how many of y'all was really doing the type shit that we used to do. But when we was young niggas, right, we was rolling up in people's cribs, we was stealing cars, we was beating up strangers, we was robbing people, we was doing a whole bunch of stuff, right? Was we scared when we was doing that? We was rolling around, cars full of drugs, cars full of guns, doing a whole bunch of stuff. Was we scared? Or was we just doing it? We just did it, right? Because that's who you was. Like, that was the life that you live, right? So if you wasn't scared doing all of that, then how come when you switch and you go righteousness or when you're supposed to go righteous, you learn protect the black woman and child, when you learn about the historic and the monumental neglect that when you find out what's your real divine responsibilities, how come you get scared then? When it's time for you to stand up. When it's time for you to stand up for your woman. When it's time for you to stand up for your child. You feel me? When it's time for you to stand up for yourself. Stand up to the beast. How come you get scared then? Damn. A lot of my homies, right? They wasn't scared. Like, we used to do some of the wildest shit, right? But as soon as I turned Black Power, like, them niggas ain't got no heart. It's like, damn. Seriously? Y'all niggas are shook? Y'all shook because I screamed Black Power at the top of my lungs? Y'all niggas is shook? I thought y'all was gangsters. Shut up and prove it. It's Leon Next, the Human Liberator. This was episode 110 of Take Charge of Your Life. Hopefully I said something that inspires you to learn more, do more, dream more, and become more. Other than that, y'all stay grateful. If you want to connect with me, you can go to KingLeonX.com. You can buy my book, my album. And if you want to be a part of my team, you can go to BornRoyalty.org. All right? Until we speak again, friends, stay grateful.